Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin was John McCain's running mate during the 2008 presidential race. She is here in Iowa supporting Donald Trump. Governor Palin, it's always nice to see you. Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Did you hitch yourself to the right candidate? Is Donald Trump going to win Iowa?
I believe that he will win Iowa. Iowa voters, too, are ready for restoration of constitutional government again, and Donald Trump is the one who can do this.
You said having Donald Trump and Ted Cruz at the top of the Republican field is a nice problem to have.
Yes.
Is it a win-win for you? If Donald Trump wins tonight, do you win? If Ted Cruz wins tonight, you've supported him in the past, do you win as well?
Well, in a sense, yes. Keeping in mind that this is just the very first step in this long, arduous process, you know, and then getting into the general. We have 10 more months before we actually know who will be our next president. So, yeah, tonight, whatever the outcome, I think the Republican Party, again, is in a fortunate position in having that good problem, good candidates at the top.
This was probably a tough call for you between Ted Cruz and Donald Trump.
It wasn't tough.
Really?
No, it wasn't tough. I had supported Ted Cruz in his run for Senate there out of Texas, and when I endorsed him, he was, barely a blip on the radar screen down there in terms of in the polls and what people were perceiving, and then at the last minute being able to get in there and kind of hopefully we helped, added some momentum to his campaign, and support him being there in the Senate to be a fighter for the American people, for our will. I want to keep him in the Senate, and I want Donald Trump to be our president.
You have a lot of credibility with evangelical voters, and that's one of the reasons why this endorsement meant so much to Donald Trump. Do you think that he is the godly candidate that they're looking for?
I hope voters aren't trying to find the most Christian-y, godliest candidate out there because, who are we to judge one another's level of faith, our Christian quotient, if you will. Hopefully, people are looking for he who has that record of success that proves he's going to be able to get the job done for us, finally.
Is he a true conservative, though, Governor Palin? He has admitted that in the past he's donated to Democratic candidates, Republican candidates. He's donated to Hillary Clinton. How do you square that with a true conservative?
Compare him to someone like Ronald Reagan, who, too, had at one point, he was a registered Democrat even, and then he saw the light. And I say, wonderful. I am so glad that Donald Trump is on our side when it comes to the political spectrum, understanding that free markets and capitalism and restoration of our freedom is the way for America to be restored. Good. Well, we should celebrate that he has come over on the right side.
I want to ask you about something you mentioned on the campaign trail, which is the arrest of your son track. And you talked about it, and then you mentioned PTSD. And you said that President Obama may be to blame for some of the PTSD that's out there.
That.
Well, let's take it piece by piece. What exactly did you mean?
Let's start piece by piece by, you guys brought me here to talk about Iowa politics and the caucus tonight, not to talk about my kids. And that was a promise. But as things go in the world of media, you guys don't always keep your promises, evidently. I never blamed President Obama. What I have blamed President Obama in doing, though, is this level of disrespect for the United States military that is made manifest in gutting budgets, in not trying to beef it up and let our military do the job that they are trained to do. And in specific issues that we're talking about that are so hot today, specifically, let's get in there and let's utterly destroy ISIS, as we know our United States military can do, yet we have a commander-in-chief who seems to kind of want to kowtow and allow the enemy to be poking at us, and that's unacceptable to most Americans, certainly to me.
Do you regret the comment, though, Governor Palin, on that day of the endorsement?
What did I say that is offensive?
That you seem to lay it at the feet of the president.
I don't regret any comment that I made because I didn't lay PTSD at the foot of the president. I did say, though, that there is, and suggested very adamantly, that there is much more that our commander-in-chief can do to prove that he respects our troops and will let them do their job. But no, if you guys have a specific quote, it allows the media to be more credible if you guys will tell me exactly what you're talking about, and then I can address
In terms
that
of credibility, I
specific
just want to make sure
sentence.
there were no specific promises made about content of the interview, only that this would be your first interview since you endorsed Donald Trump.
Well, I was told that this interview is about the caucus tonight in Iowa, and right on who will it be to put America back on the right track and restore constitutional government that we are lacking today and that we so need. And I said, right on, let me go talk about that. Sure.
And I think we talked about that quite a bit. Governor Palin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.